God said we're healed. Somebody said, well, I know you got a back problem. You take your medicine. And I'm not talking against that. But I'm saying if God said we're healed, whose report will we believe? If I'm not mistaken, we believe the report of the Lord. If God is saying move out on something, we shouldn't worry about what they say, what they say or saying. Too many times we listen to, and while I'm on that subject, sometimes we got to tell our own self to shut up. Because we can talk ourselves out of what God is saying. Amen. Through fear, through trying to rationalize what God is saying or how God wants us to do it, trying to figure it out. We start, can I just say it like this? Shut up. Because the thing about it is, when we start talking too much, we can't hear what God is saying. And sometimes God showed me it's just like this. A Q-tip. Everybody uses a Q-tip and they feel, I'm cleaning out my ears. And it's good to clean out your ears. But can I tell y'all something? That a Q-tip is more harmful than helpful. Because even though it's cleaning out your ears and it's getting the things out, it's pushing more into your ear than it is getting out of your ears. How do you know, Pastor? Because I did it one time. Back I was cleaning out my ear and I thought I was doing a good job. And when I wound up, my ears kind of got dull and I couldn't hear people very well. I had to go to the doctor. And when the doctor was checking my ears, he said, how do you clean your ears out? And I told him with a Q-tip. He says, he told me, he said, with a Q-tip, it's impacting the wax closer to your eardrum. And sometimes you push it too far, you can damage your eardrums. Same. So what does that have to do with this message? Sometimes listening to people impact your hearing or messes with your hearing from God. Because we hear too many others strange voices. And when I say strange voices, I don't mean just strangers. I'm talking about ourselves when we're not talking what God is saying talking. Or speaking what God says speak. And most of the time, what God is saying speak is faith. Faith, love, hope. And the thing about it is, we speak fear. We speak death. We speak against what God is saying. We are looking too much at our problems or the things that's going around, and we speak on those things. But when God is actually telling us, speak on those things that's lovely, or even think on the things. But then when you think on what God is saying, then we can speak on those things what God is saying. Right. But sometimes we let the cares of the world get in our heart and our minds, and it block our judgment. And it makes us speak out of where we are. How do we get the things out that God is saying? First of all, we got to pray. We got to meditate on His word. We got to hear the Father's voice, and the voice of a stranger we cannot follow. We are His sheep, and the sheep follow after the shepherd. How is it that we allow wolves in sheep clothing to get close to us? Because some of the time we speak out things and that we give the enemy tools to use against us because we speak in the wrong things. And he already trying to get in our mind and make us think on the things that's against God anyway. So therefore, we got to have our minds focused on what God would say, focus on the love of Jesus, focus on his words and what He would have us to say and do. But because our boss say we can't do, or the world say it's work like this, we get that we have fear and tremblance, the wrong type of fear and tremblance. We don't work at our own soul salvation because we're so afraid of what they say, or they might say, he say, she say, they say. But what is God saying? He says, clean out your ears. Tell those voices to shut up. Take authority over those voices. Whether it's your loved ones, your friends, yourself, tell yourself to shut up. Because sometimes we will talk ourselves out of blessings. We you know what? I'm going to say it. Some of the time we're more fearful of what man say than what God say anyway. You say, nah, Pastor, that ain't true. That ain't. Okay, if your boss say you got to stay over, and you know you don't really want to stay over, why you don't tell him, nah, I'm not going to stay over? in fear of you might losing your job. But when God says get up and pray, you say, God, I'm tired. You know I worked them 12 hours. God holds our life, our very life in his hand. Man can only fire us. Man can't put us in hell. Man can't get us into heaven. But yet we are fearful of man because of what he said. When God says, I so love the world that I laid down my life, I gave my very son to lay down his life for you, I breathed the very breath that you breathe in your life, I gave to you. But yet when a man say he gonna fire, we're more afraid that he gonna cut off our money.
My God.
We're more afraid of a man that says, you know, if you don't do what I say, I could, you know, we allow man to control our life. When man don't even control his own life. But yet we are more afraid of what he say he can do to us. Something is wrong with that, people. We got to clean out our ears because faith comes by hearing. And if we can't hear what God is saying and we're hearing what man is saying, that means we're feeding our fear and starving our faith. I know we should have a problem with that. Because the very thing, or the very person that controls, that holds our life in his hand, we don't fear him no more. We don't serve him with fear and trembling. Not to be afraid of him in the sense of saying, oh, I can't do, I can't love him, but in reverence of him. We don't reverence God anymore. We act like man has more power than God. And it's just something about that. We got to stop listening to what man is saying. And hear me out now. I'm not saying go to your job and be disobedient. But we got to have more faith in God than we do in man. Because man will turn on you in a minute. Man will smile in your face and stab in your back at the same time.
Right.
But God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. He never turns his back on us. Even in our darkest hour, God is there. In our loneliness, God is there. In our hurt, God is there. And sometimes we say, but I don't hear him because we're listening to too many other things. Sometimes God even wants us to turn off our TVs and our phones and just get in a quiet place so we can hear from him. But we're so busy with our life that we're not even living. We're just going through happenstance or just merely existing. We're not even living. Because God wants us to live our life to the full. A life of overflow, a life of blessing. But then we can't hear him. God say simple things like, just get up and give me 5 minutes. God, I'm too tired. And instead of listening to those hip hop and all that, and hear me, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but sometimes turn on some worship and just and have worship going on in your house where God can just, his presence can be in there. But we so busy worrying about, oh, I gotta clean, I gotta do this. Why you can't clean to having God's music playing? Or even why we can't have a message of someone preaching, playing while we're going on by our day. We're filling ourselves up with so much other stuff that we can't hear from God. Far be it from me to say that you know, to judge anybody, because I know I got this message is to me first and foremost. We gotta be more mindful of what we're putting into us than what we're putting that we're speaking out anyway. Because the thing about it is, whatever we let get into our spirit, eventually we're gonna start speaking it.
My God.
Whether it be, you know, and like I said, I'm not trying to point fingers at the hip hop and all that. Hey, if you like it, cool. But I'm saying sometimes it should be like, you know what? Let me just, even if it, I don't want to name any preachers, but just, man, let me put on something today that will feed my soul. Because we need that relationship with God. And we can't have a relationship with God if we're not talking to him or we're not listening to him. That would be just like a husband and a wife. If they never talking, how can they say that, or if they never communicate, how can they say they're in a relationship? So if we're never talking, if we're never listening, if we're never hearing God, how can we say that we're in a relationship with Him? My God. We got to clean out our ears, people. And when I say clean out our ears, I'm saying close the voices down. Shut them down. If it's not the voice of God, shut it down. Because in this season, even though God is saying this is our winning season, how can we know that we're winning? That's just like being a part of a team. And I'm getting ready to go out there on the field. Let's just say it, football, because that's what I love the most. If I go in the huddle and I don't hear what the play is, and I'm just running all kind of way, I'm out of whack and I'm just all over the place, and I don't know the play. And the team is saying, okay, we're going left, and I'm running out there right all by myself for no reason. If I'm on offense, I'm unprotected because the line is going one way and I'm running the opposite direction. Same way with God. If God is telling us, and God is giving instructions and we ain't hearing it, how can we know when to move? How can we know how to get to the next point or next level or next blessing, our destiny? How can we know these things if we're not hearing God?
Amen.
We got to clean out our ears. We got to clean out our ears. We got to stop the voices. Because God is speaking. And in this season, we got to hear what He's saying. He want to get the blessings to us, but we got to hear Him. In this season, God wants us to be winners of souls. But how we know what to even say to people if we ain't hearing from God? I just pray that God, we first and foremost, we repent for not hearing from you, not listening to you, putting everything before you. Oh, God, we love you for being a merciful God. And we're standing. God, I just bless you. I adore you. I magnify you for this word. I thank you, dear Father God, that let something be said today that will pierce our very hearts and
yes.
Clear our minds, dear Father God. Oh, we repent, dear Father God, today. We start afresh and anew on this day, dear Father God.
Yes, God.
Oh, we're going to spend more time with you. We're going to, dear Father God, we're going to feed our soul, man, instead of always feeding this flesh.
Yes, God.
Oh, God, have your way in our lives today.
Yes, God.
Oh, we'll forever give you praise. We'll forever give you glory. We know that you love us, God, and we know that you'll never leave us. So on today, we say thank you. Oh, God, we speak to those loved ones that wanted to come out but couldn't. We speak to their bodies, say, line up with the will of God, with God would have. We know that healing is the children's bread.
Yes, God.
And we just thank you for them. Therefore, God, as we leave this place and never your presence, we ask that you will always be with us and keep us and guide us and protect us each and every day.
Yes.
In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.